in intermediate F2L, there are quite a few cases where either you have an edge in the middle layer or a corner in the bottom layer, and usually these are garbage, especially when it's not in its own slot. So here are some algorithms or solutions for better ways to deal with these garbage cases. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you've got yourself a nice speed cube. Over at my Etsy, I've got some really great modded ones and some speed cube accessories, so just use the link below, and first 2 orders will get a free hollow cube stand. Alright, starting off with this interesting solution. So this can be done a few ways, but it looks like this. Here are 2 pieces that need to be paired and inserted over here. So either you can hold it like this and do an M move, so that pairs these up, and then an F, and then undo the M move, which solves it, or you can do it with an S move and an R, and then you can also do the same thing but using L moves. So that's just a pretty cool solution. Right, so here's another case. This one is similar, except instead of needing to go in one of these slots, it needs to go in a completely opposite one, so diagonal. Here are 2 ways to do it. Either you can just pair it like you would with intermediate F2L and then insert it into the back, or you can do a L wide and then an F, then do an M prime and then a U2, and that just inserts it in a pretty cool way. So either one of those will work. I prefer the second one because it's much faster, but the first one's good if you don't want to do anything complicated. So this one can also be done 2 ways. It's where these need a pair and your slot's over here. So how I like to do it is I just like to pair it and then move it over and then do an F, and then instead of basically sledgehammering it in, I like to do a R wide and then a U R wide prime. So that's a pretty easy solution. Here's another interesting one. So it's when these 2 need to pair and your slot's in the back. It's pretend you're sledgehammering this in. If you don't know how to do that, and then insert this into the back however you like. I want to do that U2, but you can also do it like this. So here's another similar one. These 2 need a pair, except your slot is in the back. This one is pretty simple. It's just RU R prime, which sets up this to insert into the back. This one is pretty intuitive. It's just RU R prime and then insert in the back or in the front. I prefer the back just for look ahead, but either way will work. Or you can even do this creative thing, or just the classic FU F prime. So for this one, you can either do it like this, which sets up that, or how I prefer to do it is I just prefer to rotate and then like that, and then insert over here. Here's another similar one. These 2 need a pair, slots in the back. I'd like to do a U prime and a sledgehammer like this, and then insert this into the back. Alright, this one is similar to all the rest. You can either rotate like this to set up a pair, which you can insert into the back, or you can do a sledgehammer and then insert into the back. Either way, you're going to rotate unless you want to do one of those creative solutions or using F moves, which isn't really ideal. This one is probably the best out of all of these solutions. How I like to do it is RU R prime, which sets up a nice pair. That's a super easy one. This one is pretty simple. It's just RU prime R prime, and then that sets up a pair. I guess it's a bunch of easy ones. This one is very simple as well. It's just U prime and then RU R prime and then a U2 to insert. Yet again, a really simple one. So it's these 2 need to go in the back. So how I like to do this is a U prime, and then I like to sledgehammer that pair in, and then I solve that into the back. This one is similar to the last one. It's just a sledgehammer and then a insertion into the back. Another solution is a bunch of varieties and then an insert into the back. I think I prefer that one despite the high move count, but it's up to you. So for this one, again, really similar to all the last ones, I just like to do a sledgehammer and insert that. I'll kind of knock out two at once here. So these need to go in the back. You can just pair like that, and then insert this one. So you just pair and insert. So here's this one. I just like to move this into the back, and then RU R prime, which can insert. I'll go knock out two at once again. So here's this one, which can either be done like this, or you can just move it out and then insert into the back. Then that second one, this one can be done a few ways. Here's a creative solution: U2 M prime, or you can do which is basically the same, just no rotations. And then there's also this one. I'll knock out two more at the same time. So when this needs to go in the back, we can just do and then rotate, so that's inserted like that. If it's right here, you can just do a sledgehammer to move it out, which inserts into the back. Let's do some more rapid fire. This needs to go over here. I'll do that and then insert into the back. Another one, if it needs to go into the back like this one is pretty simple. It's just UR, which sets this up, and then you can insert and then just undo that. And then if this one needs to go over here, you can just move it over here and then move this. So when you bring it down, it's paired. Here's another basically like staple algorithm that you'll need to know. So to get this one in the back, it's the same as this one from earlier, except hold it this way, and you'll do a completely different solution actually. So do this and then move this out of the way, so that when you bring this over here, you can insert. This one is pretty self-explanatory. You just move it out with RU R prime, and then do an F move, and then basically like insert this one. Another really easy one here. So when this needs to go into the back, your corner is facing you. I like to go RU prime R prime, which sets up this thing, which is super easy. So when it's over here and it needs to go into the back, you can do U F prime, which sets up this really easy F2L. So for this one, when it's over here and needs to go over here, I just like to do an R and then do this F2L case and then R prime. So for this one, you've kind of got two solutions. Either you can do RU prime R prime, which sets up this really easy F2L, or you can do RU prime R prime, which sets up this really easy F2L. This one is similar. It can be solved both ways. You'll just have to throw in a rotation. Same with this one, where it needs to go over here. This can also be solved both ways. This one also has some simple solutions. It's just RU prime R prime, which sets up this super easy F2L, or you move this out, which sets up for this super easy F2L. So this one basically only has one good solution, which is RU prime R prime, and then that sets up for this super easy F2L, which you can solve like normally. Or I guess you can take this out. That one also works, but I much prefer the first one. So how I like to do this one is RU prime R prime, which sets up for this not too bad F2L. This one shares all the solutions I've talked about. So you can do like that, which sets up for this. or you can do this, which sets up for that. So this one is also really simple. RU R prime, which sets up for this super easy F2L, and then if it needs to go diagonally, you can do the same thing, but put it in a rotation. Alright, when it's over here, do a R U prime R prime, which sets up to this F2L case. Or here's another solution, you can move this out, and then just insert this. So, that's how to do every bad F2L case. So, just start practicing. Hopefully your solves are now more efficient, and make sure to check out my Etsy, and I'll see you later.